Hey everyone, welcome back to What's Your Next? Today we're going to learn a little bit more about fitness franchises and some of the ups and downs and pros and cons of acquiring and running a fitness franchise. And Stacy is going to lead us today on our journey.
Yes, we are, Dave. So we're going to start with myth or fact, as we always do. So, Dave, myth or fact? You need to be a fitness workout aficionado in order to be a successful fitness franchise owner. Myth or fact?
That's not a fair question. I'm going to go with myth because we know that you do not necessarily have to have industry experience really in any franchise that you acquire to be successful with that franchise. So I'm going to go with myth.
You are right, Dave. That's right.
All right.
You must have been listening to What's Your Next.
I have been listening every week. So.
Okay. Well, we do have a lot of clients who come to us who are super passionate about health and fitness, which is great. And so many times they do match up well to fitness franchises. So we thought it would be a good idea to share with you some of the stats of how this industry is doing. And as Dave said, we'll also talk about some of the pros and cons of the different fitness franchise. Gosh, that's such a mouthful. That needs a workout in and of itself. Models, right?
Say that 3 times fast.
Okay. So here are some exciting stats that's happening in the fitness industry. It is almost a $100 billion, that's with a B, $100 billion industry, and it has been growing steadily since 2008. Now, Dave, do you know how many fitness franchises there even are in the United States?
150,000.
This is an idiot.
150,000? We only have 500 or so that we work with. No, there's only 4,000 franchises in the United States.
I'm sorry. I misunderstood the question. I was thinking about like the actual number of fitness, facilities there are in the United States. Okay, so the number of franchises for fitness is what you were asking.
Correct.
500, right? That sounds good.
There are there's a little over 500 different fitness franchises. And there is so many different models and different ways that you can approach this business model. But it has been growing and the fitness industry has really adapted, especially because of the pandemic. So let's talk about some of the different types of fitness franchises that there are. One is the typical gym, right, that you probably have on your corner or around the house where you live. And this has all of the different types of workout equipment. They probably have classes. They may have some personal training. It's usually a pretty large facility. The second type is more of a boutique type of fitness franchise. And these usually specialize in only one kind of area. Might be cycling, might be yoga, kickboxing is a big thing today. So this is a second type of franchise. A third type of franchise would be a mobile fitness franchise where the franchise comes to you. So there are fitness franchises where the personal trainer may come to you or even small class workouts. And then a fourth, which is a growing segment, is for the senior industry. Fitness programs and workouts tailored to the aging population. So exciting things to talk about today, Dave.
Yeah, sounds like there's a lot there.
Okay, so what we're going to do next is talk about some of the pros and cons of fitness franchises. And really, it doesn't matter what type of fitness franchise. I just shared with you 4 different types. The pros and the cons in general are the same for each of these. If you want to know more specifics about a particular category or type of fitness franchise, reach out to us. We're always happy to help. Now, when you're talking about a pro of a fitness franchise, because a lot of people who have this passion and want to start a gym, their original thought is to do it on their own. So, Dave, what do you think as a pro? Why would you go franchise versus opening up a gym on your own?
Well, I think there's many reasons why you would do that. I mean, I think the biggest one is that you're going to get support from a franchise, right? You're going to get some marketing help. You're going to get some help in, finding employees, which could be, difficult. So there's a lot of different, areas that a franchise can make it a little easier for you to get going versus just trying to go it on your own.
So true, right? That's what you're getting with a franchise. You're getting brand recognition. You're getting a proven system, so you don't have to make those mistakes on your own. And you're getting the ongoing support and a pool, right, of buying so that you can get equipment and all the ancillary things you're going to need at that volume discounted pricing. So there are a lot of benefits, absolutely, that come with going with a franchise versus going it independently.
So Stacy, here's a question. Obviously, COVID changed the world. I belong to a gym, and at this point, I'm still doing a lot of exercise at home, right? So, tell me about how these franchises have adopted or, changed their business models to accommodate, the new types of fitness franchises that such as like a Peloton or something, which isn't really a franchise, but, obviously they do remote fitness, right?
Right.
Okay.
These fitness franchises have really adapted because of COVID. So now there's actually more models, more revenue streams for them. If you want to go in person to the gym, great, you can do that. But they have taken advantage of a lot of the tools and the technologies out there. Many of these fitness franchises now have their own apps. They have pre-recorded classes. They even have live classes. There's a whole digital fitness technology that many of these fitness franchises offer, which is great because a lot of it too is it's based on a membership revenue model. And so you want to make sure that if you're building these members, you want to give them a reason to stay. So I think what fitness franchises have realized is that it sometimes can even go beyond just fitness. It could be health and nutrition and food and cooking and all of. So when you're looking at different fitness franchises, look at the different revenue models. How do you make money and how is the ability to incorporate both online and offline into your revenue stream?
Absolutely. So, Stacy, what are some of the downsides to opening up a fitness franchise? I mean, what do you think some of the things that scare people away when you talk about fitness franchises?
Yeah, the first one that probably comes to mind, and it is a biggie, is the investment level.
Sure, yeah.
It's going to depend on what kind of fitness franchise that you look at. But in general, you're looking at not only the franchise fee to get started, but you're going to need the infrastructure. You're going to need the brick and mortar. You're going to need the equipment. You're going to need some staffing. You're going to need the training. And therefore, it is a large initial upfront investment. And it can take a while to get started sometimes because you got to find the right real estate. You have to do a build out. You have to go through your permitting. So if you're thinking you're just going to go buy a fitness franchise and open up tomorrow, probably not.
Well, let's look at that a little bit. What about the franchises that are out there that allow people to go out to the people to give fitness instruction? Would those be also a large investment like that?
Yeah, so mobile franchising, this is a concept that you and I are passionate about because we've expanded it into our franchise model. And you can look back at one of our past episodes where we talk about mobile franchising, the pros and cons. But yeah, so mobile fitness franchising is a concept where they come to you, right? And so you don't necessarily need the infrastructure in place. It could be an add-on service to the fitness brick and mortar that you have, but it's also a way to get up and running so much quicker, right? Sort of the man in the van kind of a concept, right?
Sure.
And people love the convenience because not everybody always wants to get up and get dressed and go to the gym. But when that trainer comes to you and is cracking the whip and you're paying for it, yeah, you're going to get your nice workout done.
No pain, no gain, right?
That's what you say, yes.
No pain, no gain.
One of the other things you're going to want to look at is the type of training and support that you get from your franchise. These are not created equal across all different franchises. Now, as Dave said in the beginning, you don't have to be a fitness guru in order to run a fitness franchise, but you are going to have some staff who are trained and certified to do it. In general, we find that most fitness franchises require 2 to 3 employees, and usually like a receptionist type of person. So you're going to need to factor in those labor costs, but make sure when you're talking to the different franchises that you understand what kind of training do you get? What kind of support do you get? Because once you're open 3, 6, 9 months down the road and you have a question or an issue, how is that franchise going to support you? And what type of experience and expertise do they have in helping their franchisees build up their memberships on a local level? What I find is that in this type of franchise business, it is so critical to have your marketing in place. Because think about it, there's gyms on every corner, right? And so I think that one of the most critical components of a successful fitness franchise is the marketing. So look at what kind of support your franchise gives you. How do they help you with that guerrilla local marketing that's needed to not only get members, but keep members? And also the infrastructure, like the whole technology, right? How do you keep track of members and what programs they're taking, and how do you know when, where, and how to upsell them? So that's why going with a franchise is such a smarter way to look at things than doing it all your own. Because yeah, you might be great at fitness and you want to start a kickboxing location, which is great, but there's more to it than just putting up some little things that people can punch, right? There is a whole technology that goes behind it. There's a whole marketing, there's certification and licensing. And the reality is you can't be an expert in all things. But with a franchise, you have that support around you to help you be successful.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, that is so true. And when you think about the fitness model, regardless kind of which way you go, whether you go to their home or they come to you or they're doing it online, it's a membership. It's a recurring revenue opportunity for you. And the thing that I can certainly say about memberships is that it's competitive out there, to get people's money. And you're going to need to do and have a good marketing and technology environment to maintain that type of a system, right?
Absolutely.
So it's really critical that when you are thinking about maybe doing it on your own, becoming like a boutique type of fitness facility versus against going some of these franchises out there, that's why most of the boutique ones charge a lot more, because it is such a big infrastructure to maintain, where with a franchise, they've got many people using a kind of single, infrastructure that has been, tested, and used by many different facilities. So really gives that some thought if you're investigating starting a fitness facility of your own.
And I would say, give us a call. Let us help you through this process, because there's so much to consider and evaluate. And most importantly, yes, you might be passionate about health and fitness, but as we said, there's over 500 different fitness franchises. How do you know which one is right for you? Well, we have the tools and the ability to match your skills, your interests, your resources, and your passion to ensure that you're only talking to franchise concepts that could really be a good fit for you.
Yeah, that sounds awesome, Stacy. You know what? Time to go to the gym.
Let's do it.
All right, we'll see you next time.
Bye, everybody.